Hey, hi, and hello, and welcome back to my mission mandated by me. So, I'll be honest with you guys, today was not supposed to be a smoking chat, but I'm smoking, so I'm gonna do my best to edit out any of the usual pauses that you usually hear during a smoking chat, okay? So, how do we feel about rules? Do I have any rule breakers listening, or did I attract similar goody two shoes such as myself? I would start off by saying I only follow the rules because I was brainwashed into believing I should. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't follow the rules all the time, but I'm always aware of what they are regardless, just in case. A disclaimer for this episode as well, I do not condone any violent or discriminatory or predatory or anything-atory that you think that you should be able to do. If you are hurting someone, that is clear reason as to why you shouldn't be doing the things that you want to do. Okay, thank you. Rules feel a bit limiting, no? Like, I could do this if it weren't for that, or it'd be so much easier if this were that, but it isn't. Sometimes they seem like they're put in place specifically to make things harder for us, Cashiers don't get to sit, some police officers don't even know the law correctly because it's confusing or vague. Sometimes rules just feel like a setup. But I do believe that rules are in place for a reason. You guys know when you're walking around and you see a bonkers warning sign like, please don't dunk babies in the alligator pit, or like even those little packets of absolute nothing that comes with shoes sometimes, and they're like, do not eat. And I'm always left thinking, did someone buy shoes and then think there would be a little snacky added and died? Otherwise, why would that be there? For babies? They can't read. Come on. And then there are the unspoken rules that must have been communicated at least once throughout history, but whatever. You're just expected to know these rules, and for some reason, more obvious scenarios like the babies in the alligator pit are written out instead of having to read between the lines. Like, what rules come to mind when the word unspoken is attached? For me, it's more on the cultural side of things that you learn from the elders in your family, and you don't know why things are done this way except for the fact that you were told that they were done this way. No asking for things, only accept what's offered. Speak to everyone in the room when entering, just a few things that I learned just from being black. But thinking to overall societal rules, I actually had to Google because it always seems like the outside world is so unruly. I am a shut-in. I barely leave my house, and when I do, people do things that make me think, have you no manners? And it leads me to assume that the manners I speak of are more designated to my culture or my own preferences. And people can't follow rules that were never told to them, and yet that is exactly what is expected. Because why would you get on public transportation and think that everyone wants to listen to your music? Come on, be for real. So that leads me to ask, when should we follow the rules? When it makes sense to, when we're told to, when it's convenient for us? If it's all three, then what's the point in there being any rules? Like when it's all suggestive. I believe we set our own rules, and even then we don't stick to them like we should. Yet I still have to ask, if we were trusted to create and withhold our own individual rules in a society, do you think that we could? I believe that's when selective isolation would be a big thing. Introverts would have their own quiet world somewhere far off, and everything would be unspoken, and extroverts would scream their rules at others and post them on all banners, I'm being hyperbolic, of course, but that's just how it would go in my mind. I don't like entertaining the idea that we would only divide based on arbitrary discrimination. So in my reality, it don't go like that. We're all just diplomatic, loving humans with little irritants that we could live without. One day, I'll have to entertain the thought that it would just be chaos and murder, and I don't want to. Not now, not today. Be for real, when you guys think of the purge, are you really thinking of murder? And if so, why do you have so many people you want to murder? Or even more, why do you want to murder random people? Me? I'm playing robbers because ain't no cops. I'm finding the biggest mansion and boom, it's mine now. I've never seen the Purge movies, so I don't know if all stolen property has to be returned after murder night, but I just can't believe that everyone would turn to violent crime. I want you guys to believe in the good in the world, and I want you to see it like how I see it. See yourself in everyone you meet and trust that they're like you. You create your reality. If you believe that all men are shit or all women are gold diggers, that is all you will ever experience. The rules come into play here and you set them. Like I mentioned before, sometimes we don't uphold our own rules. Women could scream that men are trash but still get married, like men can scream that women are gold diggers but, provides for their mother and their sister and even their girlfriend, without any hesitation. Don't generalize your own rules. Get more specific. Create the life that you want to experience, In my head, everyone's nice to me. Everyone's nice to me and wants to give me money. And I know the next question is, well, how's that going for you so far? And I won't lie, it's not going too bad, like I have a job. They want to give me money, for the work that I do. Whatever. That's it for this episode. I feel like I'm going to be cross-thinking so much, but I wanted to say thank you to everyone who went to support my new YouTube channel. I'm very happy with the reception that I've been getting so far, and I can't wait to get further into this show and that channel. So if you want, go ahead and subscribe over there at Leveling Out. I think right now you have to search for the channel specifically because it's so new, but hey, dun, 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 coming, dun, 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 out, dun, 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 I'm coming. Is that the same song? The more money we compromise, the more money we need. I don't know. Thank you guys so much for listening. Go follow the podcast socials as well at Leveling Out. And once again, y'all gonna hear me next Thursday. Bye.